This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Attack the Baseline, a WNBA podcast where every episode we attack our baseline knowledge of the WNBA. We're your hosts, John and Kristen Barber, and today we are here to talk about the very interesting New York Liberty squad that finds themselves second in the standings at this point as we return to W action following the All-Star game. It has been a bit of an up and down week following the Liberty. Some major things happened in the good column, major things happened in the bad column, and we're going to get into all of it. But before we get into that, Kristen, how are you?
I'm good, John. We are actually on vacation right now. We're in the Outer Banks with my family. So sorry, this is a little bit late.
A little late.
But we are also following the game that's happening right now between the Liberty and the Wings, where the Liberty are losing by 30.
Yeah, 28, midway through this third.
So we're keeping our eye on that right now.
Yeah, interestingly enough, considering next week we'll be Dallas Wings fans. So kind of an interesting transitional period as we go from Liberty to Dallas. But yes, plenty to get into as we talk about this New York squad. So if you'd like to send us an email and let us know how you're feeling about the show, or want to send us a message about your team or something that you want us to discuss, do so at our email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com, or connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod, and also leave a 5-star rating and review, or subscribe to the YouTube on whatever platform you listen to, just to help us grow the show and continue to put out the good word about the WNBA. So we're on vacation here, so we're not going to dawdle too much. This one might be a little bit quicker, but I was thinking about it. New York Liberty is a team that we're going to talk about for the rest of the year. They're always going to be in the news. They're going to be in the playoffs. They're just inevitable at this point. So if we don't talk as much as you want us to now, trust us, we will have plenty to say about the Liberty down the road. Mm-hmm. So where do you want to start? Let's start with our first game of the week.
Well, I think we start with
the big news.
Major news of Jonquel Jones coming back this week.
Yes.
Finally.
It's the return of JJ.
Yes. The first game, which was on the 22nd against the Fever, Jonquel Jones has the first basket, a made three to start the game. Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, yes, she's back.
Mm-hmm. Did the same thing against the Sparks the other night. Mm-hmm. First basket by the Liberty. Made three. Jonquel Jones. Kristen said, I think Jonquel is my favorite player.
I think she is, honestly, because she is so dominant at the basket, but then she's also so good at shooting three. Like, she's just good at everything, I think. Mm-hmm. And she's so reliable and, like, incredibly valuable to this team. Mm-hmm. As the team was struggling a little bit, they had, a little bit of stretch where they were losing games when Jonquel's not there.
Mm-hmm. And like it made it apparent. And we kind of knew. We knew how important Jonquel was to the team, how much of an X factor she was in them winning that championship last year. But like, she's just so much of a difference maker. Like, the shots that she makes sometimes are absurd. She can be downright unguardable. She has these turnaround mid-range fadeaway shots that are impossible to guard. You can't get the tallest player in the league. Like, if Dominique Malunga was like fully outstretched, I don't think she's going to get a hand over JJ's shot there. She has such an interesting release, but she gets it up quick. And like you said, dribble drive game, she's got that too. When she's got a full head of steam coming from half court, and taking it to the hoop on a nice pass or a feed by Sabrina or from Tosh, like you're getting out of the way because she's going to take you out. You know, she can get an and one. She can control the entirety of a game. And, you know, like you said, they had times when she was away that they were losing games. And it's just so obvious to see how much of an impact she makes when she returns and then they get back into winning form. Now, this week, they won 2, they lost 1 in a barn burner against the Sparks. I'm excited to talk about that game because that was like a top 3 game all year, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, just Jonquel Jones, like, love watching her. Absolutely inspiring hooper. Let's see. I think the other important player to talk about in detail here in this game against the Fever is Isabel Harrison. She was a dominant force. I just have in my notes that she was absolutely on one. And like controlling the pace of play on the defensive end, getting offensive rebounds, like just all over the court. She was everywhere. And it's really cool to see the dynamic of Natasha Cloud feeding Isabel Harrison and Isabel Harrison getting going. Like, to know the two of them are, you know, another Dejanay and Alyssa or another AT and Dwana Bonner. It's just like, it adds so much to me when I get to see them play together.
Yes. No, this was definitely the Jonquel and Izzy Harrison game. She had like just an incredible run in the second quarter where, I mean, she didn't end with like a crazy, insane stat line. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and she shot 83%. She just brought so much energy. Like, she can drive through defenders to get layups when like other players miss them sometimes on the team. She had a great steal. She had a great rebound when other people aren't like bringing so much energy to get a rebound.
Definitely energy player. Yeah.
Sometimes in certain games that we've watched, and I haven't gone back fully to look at the whole rest of the season earlier, but a lot of these bench pieces on the Liberty, it's very hit or miss.
Game to game.
Game to game, if the bench is like going to show up or not. So Izzy Harrison off the bench had 13. The rest of the bench had 10.
Right.
So when she shows up and like can carry this bench, like they need that.
Well, it's interesting too that we see Izzy Harrison being so much of a fixture, because when you look at the other bench pieces on this team, Kennedy Burke, I feel like, is their primary option off the bench. She's been like red hot from deep all season. One of the most reliable 3-point shooters in the league. She's averaging 8.5 points. Izzy's only averaging 4.5 points, but Izzy's still able to take over. Maureen Johannes, who was a very exciting piece that they added in the offseason, coming back to New York, she averages about 7 points. So Izzy Harrison is not necessarily the primary bench scorer for this team, but she shows that she has the capability to be that in a high leverage game against Indiana. If you know that you can get that out of Izzy Harrison on a given day, then you're honestly like looking pretty good compared to some of the other teams in the league.
Yeah, no, this was a very hard game, I think, in general for the Liberty. Like, Indiana, if nothing else, are very good at getting in your face and defending you. Well, they will foul you, but still, they just put so much pressure on everyone, every single possession.
Yep.
So this was a very hard game, and Izzy Harrison was able to overcome it and get past them when really not a lot of other people were.
Absolutely.
So total props to her.
The entire starting lineup, all in double digits. I want to talk about, but as we close out this game here, I want to also just have a moment to mention Leonie Phoebish, who's been playing really, really good basketball since she returned from Eurobasket. I believe the other night on the broadcast when they were playing the Sparks, in the last 5 games, she's averaging 15 points, and the team plays very, very well. They showed multiple times in that Sparks game, which I know we're going to talk in more detail later, that this team wins a ton of games when Leonie Fibish is in the starting lineup. And in this game, she was 17 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal. She's just a really complete player. And I said in the preseason that she was a player that I was picking for the All-Star team, to make the All-Star team. And, you know, I probably should have thought about the effect that Eurobasket would have, because she missed a lot of time, and it kind of made it almost like, well, we can't really include her because she just doesn't have the requisite time. But I just want to give her a shout out here, because specifically in this game, she was really, really good. Mm-hmm. And she's been really, really good as a whole once she returned from Eurobasket. So just gotta keep my Leonie Fibish agenda at top of mind here as we're talking about the Liberty.
Of course. I will also say Sabrina Ionescu had a very interesting game this game versus the Fever. Mm-hmm. She was pretty horrible the first quarter and a half.
Yes.
Like, couldn't get anything
quite
going.
Bad. I think she was 2 for 10 or 1 for 9 or something like that.
Yeah. She sat a lot of the third quarter. Mm-hmm. She comes back in the fourth quarter and hits 5 threes in a row, something like that. She has,
not 5 threes, but
like,
I think she scored 10 unanswered by herself.
Yeah, totally by herself. Like, I don't know what happened to her on that bench. She got fired up. Mm-hmm. She said, I'm not sitting. And she just proved herself in this fourth quarter and helped them pull ahead. It was a very close game. Like, saying they won by 14 really, like, skews how the game went. It was very close a lot of the game. And then Sabrina just goes, like, absolute demon in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. Well, they won the final frame by 12 points. Mm-hmm. So going into the fourth, it was only a 2-point game. Uh-huh. So they needed all of it. And that the Sabrina fourth quarter is what puts them over the edge. I said to Kristen today, as far as watching Sabrina Ionescu for the year and a half plus that we've been following the league, this is the most I've enjoyed watching her play. Plenty of other things that we're going to talk about, because her other 2 games are absolutely exceptional basketball. But she's been really fun, and she's coming off that 3-point contest win. She's got a little bit of juice from that. So let's continue to roll through here.
Okay.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Hiring shouldn't be a hassle or a drain on your budget. Upwork is your one-stop shop to find, hire, and pay top freelance talent, saving you time and keeping costs in check, all in one place. Do you know the secret to businesses that are scaling faster than ever? They're using Upwork to tap into a diverse pool of skilled freelancers across various industries. With more than 2 decades of experience, with a simple and ambitious goal, to pioneer a better way of working. Posting a job on Upwork is easy. No cost to join. You can register, browse freelancer profiles, get help drafting a post, or even book a consultation. From there, you connect with freelancers that get you and can easily hire them to take your business to the next level. Upwork makes the entire process easier, simpler, and more affordable with industry-low fees. Visit Upwork.com right now and post your job for free. That's Upwork.com to post your job for free and connect with the top talent ready to help your business grow. That's UPWORK.com, Upwork.com.
So the second game was against the Mercury. The Liberty won 89-76. Mm-hmm. My first note again in this game was JJ so freaking good. I don't know what she did in the very beginning in the first quarter, but she was doing it so well.
I literally have, but in that quarter, JJ was a revelation. So this is where I what I wax poetic about before, her ability to make some of these turnaround like fadeaway shots and then follow it up by like a beautiful three from the corner or from any spot on the floor. Like this was the moment where it was like back to back to back, JJ, wow. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I can only say simply in my notes that she's a revelation.
Yeah. No, this game, I guess, was the Breanna and Jonquel Jones game. Mm-hmm. Breanna had 29 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal, and a block. Mm-hmm. So she was all over the place. I will say, she does have some kind of wild passes.
Sometimes
she does. In general, very good. But I think sometimes she just like gets so on a roll and she really wants to just like feed the ball to someone super quick way across the court. Mm-hmm. And she just throws it right into the other team. Mm-hmm. And that happened a couple times during these 3 games.
Well, she had 5 turnovers in this game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's interesting the way this team's set up. You know, Natasha Cloud primarily runs the point. Breanna can also run the point. In this game, specifically against the Mercury, Breanna led the way with 8 assists. Tosh only had 3. Stewie actually had 5. It's a team full of pretty good passers, pretty capable passers. I personally would say that Natasha Cloud is a bit of a better passer than Breanna, just in general. I mean, take example the skills competition to show that like, yes, this is like how well-rounded Natasha Cloud is and why it worked adding Natasha Cloud as a piece for this team, because Breanna is very good at playing off ball. Mm-hmm. But yes, occasionally there are moments in time where it's like, okay, Sab, I know you're trying to go a little crazy. So it's all right.
Well, I'm not like hating on her for it at all. She's trying, and I mean, this was an incredible game, so go off. The 5 turnovers were fine, so.
Yeah, 4 of 11 for 3 in this game for Sab. I kind of came around on the logo 3 this week, too. I was like, what? I don't remember where she had this. Oh, Breanna was on with Jimmy Fallon.
Yes, she was on this week because her shoe dropped.
Yes,
we can talk about that at the end.
Yes, the shoe dropped. She had the trophy from the 3-point contest, but she said to Jimmy, because Jimmy was like, "Why do you shoot the ball from so far away?" Jimmy, being like the interviewer that he is, it's like, "Why do you do it? Why do you do it? What the heck? What's up with that?" And she says, "It's where I'm open." Mm-hmm. And like, I'm sure that's a similar philosophy to why Caitlin does it. But there were times where I was like, is it really the best shot? Because last year, I feel like she wasn't shooting it as well from that deep. But in this week alone, she had multiple logo 3s in multiple games. And I was kind of feeling it. I was like, yeah, you take that shot. Pull, bang, got it. Hey, sometimes it's questionable. She had multiple times where it was like an early shot clock deep 3, and you don't need to do that. Mm-hmm. But when she's on one, then the shot falls, and I get it. And that's why I think she's like 3rd all time in Liberty history on 20-point games. She has like somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 in her career. Really good basketball by Breanna in this game.
Absolutely. I do think someone who struggled and who perhaps has been struggling throughout this year is Breanna Stewart. Mm-hmm. She, this game, only had 6 points. She did have 8 rebounds, but only 6 points is interesting. And perhaps she was dealing a little bit with an injury in this game because she ends up getting hurt in the 3rd game against the Sparks at the very beginning. And it didn't, I watched it again. It didn't really seem like there was no contact really. And she was just kind of running up the court and just like started kind of limping a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then like immediately took herself out of the game. Like she knew like something was wrong. Mm. So perhaps something else happened in this game. I don't know.
Well, I mean, she had that knee cleanup after Unrivaled. I know, friend of the pod, Ilana, who is a Liberty fan, was concerned that the injury could have been a product of re-aggravating that. I don't necessarily think that, because all we got was lower leg when she got hurt. But yeah, she could have aggravated something in this game against the Mercury because it came up early in that Sparks game.
The very beginning.
Like, yeah, within the first 4 minutes of the game. So if we're talking about that third game, if we think about Stewie, like Stewie didn't really pop off in the first game, didn't pop off in the second game, now goes down hurt. And this is where we kind of saw that there are definitely defensive issues for the Liberty that were on display in this game against the Sparks when they lose that second big anchoring the paint. It was very easy for the Sparks to score. They led the way scoring in the paint. Even in that first quarter, they were giving up a ton of open threes. New York was giving up a ton of open threes to the Sparks and were unable to get out and guard the 3-point line. And then they actually end up guarding the 3-point line later by the end of the game, but they're still continuing to get beat in the paint because it's just Jonquel. And we didn't mention it. We probably should have mentioned this up top, but like Emma Meesseman has decided to join this club, intends to come over from Belgium, I believe, next week. And
whenever her paperwork goes through, should be this end of this week, perhaps next week.
But it's you don't want to say it works out in the favor of the Liberty that now they have obvious playtime for Emma, but it's really going to certainly help them stay afloat now to have Emma fill that role that Stewie is going to leave behind. And we did hear today, actually we heard a couple days ago, that the injury was not major, that this is not some sort of season ender. But in her press conference today for the game that we're actually following right now against Dallas, Sandy Brondello says that we have no timetable for Stewie, but we're going to use an abundance of caution and we're going to make sure that she doesn't rush back, because New York doesn't need her to rush back. Come back with a couple games. Like she could miss the next 15 games and come back in time to close out the season.
She could miss the whole rest of the season as long as she's healthy when they get to the playoffs.
Right.
They do not care, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
I think they will sit her as long as she needs, perhaps more than she needs, to make sure she's okay, because they're going to make the playoffs.
Right.
And then they're going to need her to be 100% ready when they get there.
Right. And then I would think that they would want to do what they can to maintain the 2 or the 3 seed so that they're not, a 4 seed and then they have to draw the Lynx in the second round. They would ideally want to draw the Lynx in final.
Sure.
But, we're not talking about that exactly right now. But yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer to lose Stewie. But again, they have other players that are willing to step up and fill on the offensive end. And even in the first 2 games that we watched, Stewie wasn't exactly an offensive factor there.
No. Like, I think she's been good this year, but not any sort of like MVP caliber season that she's had in the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the team is just so stacked in general. Like, Sabrina's been having a good year, obviously adding Tosh, like they added pieces. She doesn't need to go off every game. But obviously losing her is going to have an impact.
Right. Right. And there's also big depth issues with this team because Niara Sabali is dealing with injury. Where you saw more details on that this morning.
Yeah. I didn't really know what happened to Niara Sabali, but I did see this morning Niara Sabali is expected to be sidelined for the next 2 to 3 weeks out of an abundance of caution. Again, they're saying that. Sabali has missed the last 3 games, I guess the 3 games we watched, for rest after she was dealing with discomfort in her knee. She's doing better, but the team is prioritizing her long-term health.
Right. Missing them for rest. I didn't know that they were technically rest.
Technically, she's not injured, but she hasn't been playing.
Right. She's not injured, but she might be a little injured.
Right. Maybe she comes back quicker now that Stewie isn't here and Emma Meesseman is not here yet. Who knows? That will be interesting to see what they do with Nyara, perhaps in this next game, because they're still losing to Dallas.
Right. And that leaves them with their only bench big, who was a new addition to this team when we started following them this week, Stephanie Talbot, who, you know, not particularly fond of Stephanie Talbot's game. I was in another life, but, you know, I can't say that she's added a ton to New York now that she's been there. But yeah, like we said, Emma Meesseman is going to come in here and, you know, she might take a moment or two to adjust, but I feel pretty confident with the reaction that we saw online from fans saying, how does New York get away with this? That Emma Meesseman, I'm sure, is going to be an absolute demon for this team when she joins the squad.
And I would say I would typically be very skeptical of a brand new player coming over to a team after the halfway point of the season and like completely expecting them to gel with everyone. And now your 1/2 player is not going to be there perhaps until the playoffs. You're not going to have a full team until you get to the playoffs. That's very questionable. However, Emma Meesseman has already played with Natasha Cloud, with Stewie, and with Jonquel overseas. And Tosh she played with in DC when they won. So they were on a championship team together already. And she's already been coached before by Sandy Brondello. So, like, she's not new.
No.
She'll be fine.
There's no training wheels. It's going to be, I would expect, pretty seamless plug-in for her to get going. You don't like it when the major players in the league go down with an injury, but it does force, I said this earlier in the show, it forces some other players to step up offensively. And if we're going back to talking about this game, Sabrina had a 30-piece. Sabrina looked awesome.
Against LA, you mean?
If we're talking about the Sparks game. And Natasha Cloud, especially at the end of the game. The end of this game, you should just go watch the fourth quarter if you didn't watch the game.
Oh my God. Like, the second half of this game was incredible.
So good. So good. And the Liberty were down by 12 at halftime, 13 at halftime. And they didn't tie it up until it was 95-95, somewhere at the 2-minute mark. But, like, I think there was a point in time where LA down the stretch made 9 straight baskets and New York still overtook them. And New York still loses this game.
It was crazy. Every shot was falling in this fourth quarter. It was so beautiful to watch.
It's so good when the basketball goes in every single time for both teams. Like, that is the type of basketball that I want to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need the blocks. And you know, they're getting steals and they're doing whatever. But, like, yeah, just the shot making. There was moments halfway through this game that I was questioning, like, you know, Tosh, you know, she's not so much the most reliable 3-point shooter, but, like, down the stretch, she made me eat those words because she made, I think, 3 in that fourth quarter. And there was a moment in time, you've probably already seen the clip, Sabrina literally telling the referee, Teamy, give me a technical, like, yelling at him because she was so mad about a play when they were down by like 6.
Jonquel getting a foul for a moving screen.
Yes.
When she
made the basket. Yeah. Sabrina knocks down a 3 because Jonquel had a moving screen, offensive foul. Sabrina's so bad.
Yeah.
So it would have made it like a 2-point game, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
But, like, that's the kind of fire. Sabrina has gotten so fired up in these games that I really enjoy it.
I know. And, like, sometimes I don't like that in general from people. Sometimes I'm like, really calm down. But, like, she's firing me up.
She means it.
I'm like, yes, go off. I loved it.
And you see the way that, like, Natasha Cloud talks about Sabrina Ionescu in, you know, post-game interviews, pre-game interviews. Like, I love that dynamic is clearly strong between the two.
Yeah.
And just to talk a little bit more about Natasha Cloud, like, she is so perfect like such a gritty player for, you know, a city like New York. I know this is like kind of a cliche thing to say. And honestly, she's Philly tough. So the reason why she's perfect for New York is because she would be perfect for Philly, but there is no Philly team. So she's just like the perfect grit and grind player that, as people would say, is emblematic of the city of New York, the toughness. But like we saw earlier in the year in that game against the Aces when she took over Barclays, like she can be the number one at times. And in this game, she showed that she can be the number one at times. And I got to hand it to Tosh. Every time I have an opportunity to talk good about Natasha Cloud, she deserves all that good talk because she is a special player. She's a special person. And I can't wait until she's eventually Philadelphia, whatever we are. I'm going to say it every time because I know it's going to.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Hiring shouldn't be a hassle or a drain on your budget. Upwork is your one-stop shop to find, hire, and pay top freelance talent, saving you time and keeping costs in check, all in one place. Do you know the secret to businesses that are scaling faster than ever? They're using Upwork to tap into a diverse pool of skilled freelancers across various industries. With more than 2 decades of experience, with a simple and ambitious goal, to pioneer a better way of working. Posting a job on Upwork is easy. No cost to join. You can register, browse freelancer profiles, get help drafting a post, or even book a consultation. From there, you connect with freelancers that get you and can easily hire them to take your business to the next level. Upwork makes the entire process easier, simpler, and more affordable with industry-low fees. Visit Upwork.com right now and post your job for free. That's Upwork.com to post your job for free and connect with the top talent ready to help your business grow. That's UPWORK.com. Upwork.com.
Happen.
Yeah.
She liked me. She liked my comment on TikTok when I said, I can't wait to see you in Philly in 2020,
So
2030.
true, she did.
I was like, Tosh.
Well, yes, in general, this was a very fun game, very
Great
fun
game.
watch. If you just want to watch a replay of a game, this one is the one you should watch.
Absolutely.
I will say an interesting stat, and I was worried at first because I wasn't sure. The stat is the Liberty are 28-0 when Jonquel has a double-double. I was worried she had a double-double in this game.
Nope.
And then they would have been 28-1, but she didn't.
14-8 she had.
She did not have a double-double.
Nope.
So I believe that is 29-0 now because she had one against the Mercury.
Right.
So that's crazy.
I love it.
It's like literally when Jonquel's good, the team is good.
Yes. And also
Period.
when Leonie Phoebus starts, the team often wins. 36-6.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do love that. That's like the perfect, I had that written down too. The perfect thing to remind you, to remind all of us that yes, when Jonquel's on, this team's a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll do it for the game. So do you want to talk about anything else?
Yeah. So we had some merch drops this week, merch announcements. We mentioned earlier Sabrina's new shoes, Sabrina 3s. I love them. Perhaps the most beautiful shoe I've ever seen.
Unisex shoe.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing of Sabrina's. She wanted to make the first unisex shoe.
I love them too. I don't think I'll be buying a pair, but
They are so pretty. I
Great.
just love, I'm a blue person. I love the blue and the gold. I love it. It's so pretty. I want them.
yeah, no, I will go out of my way to buy you your first pair of basketball shoes when these are available for me for purchase.
Well, according to Jimmy Fallon, they're going to be sold out everywhere. So I don't know if you're even going to be able to get them.
God, come on, man.
That was a pretty...
Sabrina, your shoes. It's so great. They're amazing. Wow.
It was a pretty good interview with her
was a
on
good
Jimmy
interview.
Fallon. Yeah, it was funny. But then they also, in this game against the Sparks, they did a giveaway to promote her shoes, a Sabrina t-shirt,
Yep.
they said.
Was told t-shirt.
Except it's not a t-shirt. It's a neon yellow construction vest with a gigantic S on the back.
Yeah, her logo.
Like, when am I ever going to wear that again?
When you go to work, because they gave them out because every day Sab goes to work. Like construction.
That's what they said on the
There was
broadcast.
There were like people with hard hats
Yes.
in the stadium promoting this. And it was only a lower bowl giveaway, which I knew somebody that was there. It's kind of a shame that I can't say I know somebody with the Sabrina vest. I see them like they're selling on eBay for $95, something
Really?
crazy like that.
That is just, do not buy that. Okay. That is going to sit in your closet.
I don't think you can buy it. I think it's a one of a kind giveaway at a basketball
from
game.
eBay, don't buy it.
No, yeah. Don't buy it
Unless
secondhand.
you're planning on being like a construction worker for Halloween or something. Or maybe you run in the dark. I don't know.
Or maybe
Don't buy
maybe people cross the street. Maybe you're trying to help people cross the street. Maybe you're what was that called? Traffic cop? Not traffic cop. Yeah, I guess kind of a traffic cop. Yeah, look, I'm just saying there are reasons why it might be useful to have. And honestly, running at night is probably the primary reason
Yeah.
to wear this thing. But yeah, this is going in the closet.
But it's not a tee.
No, it is not. You can't tell me that this is a t-shirt. It's like we gave out the limited edition vest. But it's weird to say that like the giveaway at the basketball game, I got a vest.
Right. To promote sneakers.
Right. When it has like nothing to do. Like, how do I know that this is promoting the sneakers? It just has an S on it.
Right. So that was interesting.
Go to work.
I mean, I would have been happy if I got it, but I just never would wear it again. So that's that.
Could have been cool.
Breanna Stewart, I feel like it has to be mentioned, also came out, announced her shoe collaboration, a Harry Potter themed shoe. She is a huge Harry Potter fan, and this has made people very upset. I think rightly so. I think she did come out and she said, all of the proceeds from this shoe, I'm going to be donating to an organization that supports trans people.
Yes.
Okay, so she
Sure.
like clearly understands that J.K. Rowling
Is a terrible person.
does not support trans people.
Correct.
And like, okay, you want to like make it right by giving this money away, but then like, don't even do it in the first place.
Right.
Like, you're trying to have it both ways where
Impossible.
you can do what you want to do, but still
Right.
make it okay.
Right.
It's just avoid it.
Yes.
Like, we don't need to keep bringing it up.
Yeah, because the discourse on Stewie was so bad
It
that
was
day.
so negative.
And justifiably so, because she kind of had it coming. And she knew she had it coming.
Right. Like, you know you're going to get crap for this.
Yeah. Like, doesn't matter how much money you're getting from it. JK is still getting more. JK will always get more.
Right. The money, the publicity,
Like,
the
you
whatever,
can't.
the media.
You can't. Like,
Right.
just
Like,
a bad look.
I'm sorry you love Harry Potter so much.
But trans rights. Come on.
Let's move past it.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else from the New York Liberty as we close out this pod?
Well, I will say there's 1 minute left in this Dallas game, and now they're only down by 6.
They cut it. I was watching them cut it.
So let's
1
see
minute?
what else we can talk about
What? Wow.
until the game is
Till the game's
finished.
over. Well, okay. Tell me this. Where do you think they're going to end by the end of the season?
Regular season.
Regular season standings.
Okay, well, let's see what the Lynx standing is right now. They are 3.5 games behind the Lynx, but they play the Lynx, I think, 3 times.
They still have yet to play the Lynx.
They haven't played the Lynx.
They play the Lynx on Wednesday, July 30th, as we're recording this.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
They play them again August 10th, and they play them again August 16th.
Yeah.
And they play them again August 19th. They have a home and home.
Okay.
So they have yet to play the Lynx at all. So they could win all those games, jump them.
Yeah. I think they at least tie those games.
I don't know. I don't think that's a guarantee.
I think they end second still.
Okay. You don't feel as confident in Phoenix trying to catch up with them. After we saw Phoenix lose to them this week.
Yeah.
So Phoenix is at least behind the 8 ball that way.
Is a game and a half behind them. I mean, look, they could fall a little bit back with Stewie being out, but I really think Emma is going to help them.
Right.
And that it's not really going to be that
so
big of a
much.
difference.
Yeah.
So I think they hold on to second place, but I think they're winning the championship.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I think they repeat.
You said that very confidently.
I do. I think they will. I think they're so good.
I don't know.
Obviously, we haven't seen them play the number 1 seed yet, but I think they're better than last year.
Sure. When you watch them, they're better than last year.
Yes, I think so.
Stewie is not better than last year, and Stewie's now hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's going to be I think it's going to be a tough road for them in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at. Not saying that they are going to lose, not saying that they're going to win, but I don't really know. I kind of agree. I kind of agree that they're just going to end up in the 2 seed here. I don't really know what to expect from Emma Meesseman, but the way everybody talks about her, I expect her to be like borderline 20-10 every night. That's kind of like how people talk about her.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, she's
the finals MVP.
She just won the MVP of Eurobasket literally last month.
So show me that. And then if the Liberty start blowing out teams, then sure. But as we're seeing here, they're susceptible to losing to Dallas.
Well, they're very down on numbers right now against Dallas.
Yeah, Kennedy Burke was out on this game too.
Yeah.
No Stewie, no Niara. Emma's not here yet. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. But I am not counting them in as a back-to-back right now. I think there are a number of dark horse teams that could make a lot of noise in the playoffs. Again, would not be stunned to see the replay of Lynx Liberty as the final again. I kind of do feel like that's the odds-on favorite thing to happen. I would still give the edge to Minnesota at this point in time. However, let's see what Emma does. Let's see if Natasha Cloud can continue to fill in that offensive role. And what do we got? Is the game over yet?
No, 54 seconds left, but they're down by 9 now, so I think we're good.
Yeah, it might have been. It sounds like a dagger there.
Give it to the Wings. We'll talk about it next week.
Yes, we will talk about it next week.
With good friends of the pod, Laura and Elizabeth.
Yes, get excited to talk about the relationships in the WNBA because Laura and Elizabeth have all that on lock. So we're going to get the tea next week. Looking forward to that. Again, if you'd like to send us an email, you could do so at our email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. Subscribe to the YouTube. All that good stuff. Help us grow the show. We're having a ton of fun doing that. And I think we're going to go back to chilling on vacation. But Kristen, I am staring at the baseline. What are we going to do?
Attack it.
Attack the baseline. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back soon with the Dallas Wings.